Hi everybody. Before I realized it, that last video was like 17 minutes. Oops. But I did cover a lot, so. Bold was good, but I don't know. Now this kind of is nice because I can explain what I'm talking about when I say I don't like to know what's coming. Because okay, YNR is doing the thing where I can see it coming, but it's. Uh, but with bold, they do the thing where I'm like, I know that one couple can't be a couple, so it has to be the other one. But they're still trying to play the I don't know who's going to be angle. And that's when I don't like it because I know who it's going to be. I know she's going to end up, Brooke is going to end up with Ridge at some point or whatever. And Nick is not going to be there anymore. So I don't need the build up. I don't need anything in this case because I already know what's going to happen. I don't know exactly in what order everything is going to happen, but I can lay it out. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. Okay. As far as the other ones, okay, so we have the split thing where they're back in Naples, Italy, for some people, and they have the other people back home in faux Los Angeles. Okay. Okay. So we start with Nick fantasizing about proposing to Brooke. And I'm like, I didn't get invested because I'm like, not gonna happen. So I'm already like waiting for the next storyline because, like I said. So I'm like, okay, so what else is going on? So then we have a scene with Lee. Let's see. No, no. Finn and Bridget. And Ashley Jones, okay, gotta say, I don't know why they don't use Ashley Jones more. She's great. She's hot. The wardrobe on her is sick. Great. Great. I love the top. I don't know what it's made of. It looks like silk, but I'm not sure. But it's like really colorful, and then she has black pants on. I know because I looked at the whole wardrobe when they had a full shot. I was like, okay, that's cool. Okay. So the reason why I finished talking to uh, Bridget is because he wants to know why the recovery is so fast. So they're saying, talking to each other, don't you think the recovery is a little fast? Like it doesn't add up. Like why doesn't it add up? And I'm like, I'm like Buckingham. Your answer is Grace Buckingham. Then okay, so they did it perfectly because you have the two of them talking to each other, right? And then you have Grace walk past the door, just so happened to walk past the door, and he says, Dr. Buckingham. And she's like, yes. And then he says, well, I'd like to talk to you because I still can't understand his recovery. And and at first he tries to feign like, why do you want to talk to me? He's like, I think you know. And then so we're left on a cliffhanger on that one because she didn't really answer the question yet. So yeah. Okay. Um all right. So then they go back to Italy and you know what's gonna happen. Or I can kind of tell what's gonna happen because before all this, I'm sorry, I didn't go in chronological order today. Sorry. Okay, so before all this, Eric is talking to Ridge and saying, boy, you don't have time, you know, at some point Brooke is not gonna be there. Oh, and then he hammered home again that Brooke, you took it wrong. Brooke made a mistake and it was a misunderstanding and you took it wrong. And you know that you did. And you should apologize and forgive her for that. Because what you took as a slight, she was trying to do for the family. She was trying to maintain control for the family and then give it back to you. He laid all that out. So if you didn't know that part of the story, you got it in under 5 minutes. I like that about it because sometimes you do need a refresher, to remember why everything happened. I mean, if you don't watch it every day. So, yeah, that was cool. But then, okay, so Nick has it all set that he's gonna propose, you know? Okay, so then I'm like, okay, so what's gonna happen on the other side? So then Rich is playing back what his dad said and stuff in his head. And so I've only seen this thing in I've only seen this kind of scene in movies and maybe TV shows where the couple the woman is like, I'm gonna go. You've had your chances and all this stuff, and I'm gonna leave. And the man has what I like to call a come to Jesus moment, where he's like, I'm gonna lose her. So then he runs like hell, like cross town or whatever the situation is, to find the girl and tell her how he feels about her every time. So we have Rich on the run, and then Nick still planning on proposing, but he hasn't gotten there yet. And you know what's gonna happen because you see Rich and Brooke kissing each other and doing all the things, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So then poor Nick is gonna get there whenever he does and be heartbroken. Now I know this was gonna happen, but I still feel bad for the guy because he had plans and it's just not gonna come to fruition. Think about it. You're gonna propose to, okay, for all the guys out there, and maybe some women who do that. Okay, think about it. You're gonna propose to your person, right? You put all this planning into it and all the things and all the, whatever, and then she finds another person, her person that you didn't know about, or whatever. Assuming you don't know about it, aren't you gonna be heartbroken after all that stuff? That's why I feel bad for him. Oh boy. Boy howdy. Okay. So that covers today's episode. Now, they happen to have spoilers for next week today. Now they have been changing that up where sometimes they happen on Friday, sometimes they happen on Monday. So they had it on today. And okay. Two things I saw. Grace Buckingham is going to have to explain what happened with Liam, and apparently it's going to be shocking because I see a little clip of Scott Clifton, poor Scott Clifton with the bandage around his head again, and Grace Buckingham is in the same shot, and his facial expression is complete shock. Okay, that was one. Then the second one was Lee was theirs for something. I don't know. Probably helping Luna. And Luna is still in the bed, apparently comatose still. So that's two things that are going to happen next week. And you also have to put into consideration that the reason why they can only finish 1 or 2 stories a week is because they have such a tight time thing. They only have 15 minutes or something. Because yes, it's 30 minutes, but then you have to include commercials. So 15 minutes to do whatever they're going to do on a daily basis. So I give them some grace on that one. Because see, the other one has an hour or 45 minutes. Okay. Bye guys.